Is it safe to eat half-cooked boiled eggs? Depends on what you mean by half-cooked. Soft-boiled, where the whites are firm but the yolk is still thin and runny, is fine. Sunny-side-up eggs are usually cooked in a pan with oil until the bottom is cooked but the top of the whites are just barely set, and the yolk is still very runny. This is also safe, but please make sure you're using fresh eggs if you do either of these methods and live in the USA. In the US, eggs are cleaned prior to going to grocer, which removes the protective cuticle and eggs go bad faster. You can float test eggs to check their age. A fresh egg will sink and an old egg will float, because the lack of cuticle lets air slowly seep through the shell and collect inside the egg. USA eggs need to be refrigerated. In Europe and possibly other parts of the world, the hens are vaccinated against salmonella, so their eggs don't need to be washed. Eggs that have their cuticle can remain fresh at room temperature because they have a full seal. When you say half-boiled, you mean boiled to the point it is not fully cooked. If so, it is not a matter of it being bad for your diet. Half-cooked eggs is more of a health concern than anything, because there is the potential of salmonella being present, which could potentially lead to a foodborne illness. On the other hand, if you are asking why boiled eggs are bad for you, then the answer would be entirely different. Eggs are not bad for you. Period. Anything in excess is bad for you, but for the most part people say eggs are bad because of their cholesterol levels. I would like to add that this information is based on old studies that were poorly conducted, but the information still thrives. In fact, new studies have found that humans actually don't absorb most of the cholesterol present in eggs, and there is far more benefits to eating an egg than there is to eating other equivalent snacks. Lastly, I'd like to add that the human body does indeed need cholesterol for basic metabolic function and retaining cell structure, as well as there is good cholesterol that is obtained from plant. I am not a health professional, so my advice should not be taken verbatim, so consult your doctor, but do your research and try to keep up with the latest studies. Humans tend to stick with old thinking and therefore lag the ability for new information to arise and be adopted. It depends on the health and handling of the eggs. For most world conditions, eggs collected by healthy fowl are safe to eat uncooked. Most packaged commercial eggs have a safe-to-consume printed date. The before-consumption date does not specify a cooked egg but a raw egg safe consumption. Tartare, lean ground beef, herbs, onion and a raw topper of egg. Yes, you can safely eat a half-boiled egg as you can safely eat a raw egg. Learn where your food comes from, how fresh it is and how to safely handle food products. Half-cooked as in soft-boiled? In the UK it's very common. Pregnant women, the elderly and the very young used to be advised against eating raw or partially cooked eggs, but that's changed now, so that anyone can consume even raw egg. All British Lion eggs are pasteurized and chickens vaccinated against salmonella. Saying that this only reduces your risk, you can still get food poisoning, but using very fresh, pasteurized eggs from vaccinated chickens reduces it considerably. Yes, Johanna, it's not only safe to eat half-cooked boiled eggs, they are actually better for you when they're prepared that way. The reason for that is when you only half-boil an egg, the yolk is not overcooked. Believe it or not, some folks even prefer to have the yolk raw since it offers greater health benefits in that condition. But it's also important to remember, while an uncooked yolk is good, if the egg white is not at least half-boiled, there is a risk of food poisoning caused by salmonella bacteria. There's an old expression to remember that will keep you from underdoing your boiled egg. When a young, outwardly innocent girl goes off half-baked with old salmonella, she's headed for trouble, or something like that. Never mind, forget the old expression and just remember to at least half-cook the egg white.